All right. Hey, you guys. This is part two. And I will put them in the description box too. And I'm going to name them part one and part two. Uh, this is a second storyline that I'm getting that I'm picking up on. And so this is going to be for married couples or couples who have, been together for a really long time. And some people maybe even considered you guys married and committed. You were in a committed relationship. Let's just say that. Okay, what I'm getting here is for some of you, you're having a dry spell when it comes to your relationship. Okay, it's almost like things have gotten stagnant. Maybe you've been in a very long term relationship. Okay, and there's a beautiful connection between the two of you, but someone here is trying to decide on whether or not they want to heal a family, like heal a family. Okay, you could very well have a family with this person. And if you want to truly heal this connection, and I think for some of you, you are not even intimate with this person anymore, this your partner, okay, or ex-partner, because I do see a separation due to some type of deception. And I am seeing that for some of you, the children were definitely involved somehow. Otherwise, you just stayed because of the children. And now you're realizing that I can't stay just for the kids. Okay. So I feel like for a lot of you, you have tried to go the long haul with this person. And you took your vows very seriously till death do us part. And you've gone through a lot of the healing process. You guys have been, working on healing your family and that kind of stuff. But I feel like you're at the precipice of something right now. And that is, do I separate from this relationship or do I work it out and continue persevering in this? And Spirit is saying, like, I feel you can't stay in the relationship for the sex. And you sure in hell can't stay in a relationship for the kids. Okay? And so I think that there's a lot of confusion. And maybe for some of you, you could be getting advice from other people. Be mindful of who you're getting your advice from, because sometimes A, misery loves company, or sometimes B, old traditional values get in the way, or religious aspects. And I feel at the end of the day, you truly have to listen to your own heart. Okay? This is like a game of tic-tac-toe is what I'm seeing, because that stands in the center of the reading. X's and O's we've got here. So I do feel like there's some confusion around this time on whether or not you want to continue to be committed or step out on your own and be by yourself with the attraction card here. And there's going to be this tug of war, and I'm not here to give you the answer on this. The only thing that I can tell you is, why do we always have to wait until a knockdown, drag out fight, or until we're cheated on or lied to or beaten, domestic violence gets in the way, or, where we end up just hating each other, despising one another? Why do we wait until that happens before we just go ahead and opt out? I've had a lot of clients come to me and they're like, I just kind of want to go off on my own. And I'm like, okay, so why don't you? Well, they're not a bad person, so that's what it takes. They have to be a bad person? I beg to differ, okay? And at the end of the day, you're only holding yourself hostage and you're holding this other person hostage and you're holding your kids hostage, for those of you who have them, into a loveless marriage where you could just say, you know what? I really enjoyed the moments that we shared with one another. And I genuinely did mean the long haul. But, sometimes when you put out your wedding vows, you say, till death do us part. And at the end of the day, it's till death of the person I once was when I manifested this relationship. And a lot of us are no longer the same person, especially after the whirlwind we've been through for the past few years. So there's confusion on that, and for some of you, you've already separated so that you can take some time off to just try to connect the dots and realize like what it is that you want. And you can't be given some type of an ultimatum either. That's not going to work. Maybe for some of you, they want you to move closer to them. And, you're just like, I love you, but I don't know that I'm capable of being what you need me to be, or being like, if this person wants you to move, right? If this person wants you to move, because I see her like standing here at the precipice, like, do I go or do I not? And I see somebody here who's also, I feel like she's taking her sweet ass time before she makes a decision, which take all the time that you need. So, I mean, she's literally taking the time to like stop and smell the roses. And this could be driving this person insane. And it could go vice versa. But I don't know. I mean, I feel like a lot of the intensity is because of the passion, but intensity could also have to do with fighting. Is it whenever you guys get in a fight, is it always like you forget about the love that you guys once shared with one another, and you guys go into some type of like rage with one another, and then you fuck it out, like, because that's not good. That's not a healthy relationship. You don't need all that. And that's what it's telling you. If you wanted to go the long haul, then you guys need to cherish one another. Stop, creating confusion for one another. It's like, stop working at cross purposes and start working together for the same common goal. Otherwise, I kind of feel like someone here just wants to disconnect. And maybe this is confusing to other people because that's just not the type of person this individual is. Normally they're, willing to fight for it. And now they're not even willing to do that. They used to make love just to get, to get back in each other's good graces, but I don't even see that here. I don't even see that. And I see like, there is no connection between these two right now. I just see that there's a dry spell in your relationship. There's no sexual energy. And I feel like one person here is confused by that. Like, why don't you want me? And it's making somebody like look in the mirror and question themselves. I feel like, if you're going to stay together, then you're going to have to try some kind of family therapy. Okay? Because sex cannot be the only bond that the two of you guys have. And I'm really seeing that because it is the center of the reading. Yeah, and it's going to take time. The thing is if you guys do try to rekindle this relationship, it's going to take a lot of time and a lot of work. And I just feel like what it is too is just doing work on yourself. If you're going to stay in this relationship, you got to just start doing work on yourself and stop focusing so much on the fucking relationship. I think that we put so much emphasis on what, all these other things. I think if you just took part of that and just put it back on yourself, of course, do what you got to do with your relationship. That's only honorable. But at the same time, like, if you're the only one trying to fix it, start working on your fucking self. That way you're working on your exit strategy. Because, if this person makes you feel like you're already alone, then what they're doing is training you to be alone. I mean, at the end of the day, that's what they're doing. They work all the time. They don't come home. They don't, when they do get home, they're, there's the only connection you guys have is with the kids. Maybe they just play with the kids and they don't really have anything to do with you. And you're just kind of off, you know, in the distance, doing your own thing, laying in bed on social media, watching YouTube, you know, videos and psychics, wondering where the fuck you went wrong or what you should do, but not really taking any of the advice. You just sit there and do nothing and make no decision and just create more confusion for yourself. Tell me I'm wrong. If this message is for you, tell me I'm wrong. How many of you guys have been in a lonely relationship like that where, you know, your spouse gets home and they just want to play with the kids and they don't really give you any attention? If that's what you're going through, all they're doing is, you know, they're literally training you to be alone. And this is where you have to make a decision on whether or not you want to stay in this or if you kind of want to go out and search for a new path. Not saying you're searching for a new relationship. That'll come though. One that really matches who you are and what it is that you're looking for, and somebody who wants the same things and wants to travel and, you know, family vacations and, you know, who wants to be spontaneous in life. Not just somebody who wants to work, you know, the cookie cutter life, the work, the eat, the sleep, the poop, the go to, you know, like wash, rinse, repeat. Like that gets fucking old. You know, there's got to be some cake. You know, you get all your meat and potatoes. You got to do your meat and potatoes every freaking day. But what about your fucking cake? Don't you want your cake? So someone here, you guys got to decide. You can either try and heal. You can't heal this alone. But I feel like someone here in their relationship might even be laying next to their partner and feels all alone. I'm going to leave that here. Love you guys all so much. Check out part 1 if you have not done so. I will try and put the link in the description box. You guys, I love you all so much. Thank you for being here. Thank you for watching. I love you, and I will chat again soon.